You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 at Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV. And now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. Newly released documents now shed some light on the man behind the New Year's Day explosion outside the Pahrump International Hotel in Las Vegas, revealing he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol and had a history of severe mental health struggles. News 25 reporter Roy Rosell has the details.
Newly released documents reveal that the man who drove the Tesla Cybertruck loaded with explosives to the Pahrump International Hotel on New Year's Day and killed himself in a fiery explosion was under the influence of drugs and alcohol and had a troubled mental health history. Matthew Livelsberger, age 37, was a former U.S. Army soldier from Colorado Springs, Colorado. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound moments before the rented Cybertruck exploded outside of the hotel on January 1st. The Clark County Coroner's Office officially ruled his death a suicide in May. Toxology reports show that Livelsberger had alcohol, THC, which is commonly used in marijuana, and fluoxetine, which is commonly known as Prozac, in his system at the time of his death. Surveillance footage shows the Cybertruck arriving in Las Vegas early morning on January 1st, and at approximately 8:40 a.m. the vehicle returned to the Pahrump International Hotel and exploded just 17 seconds after stopping. Authorities later found a handgun and a rifle both burned inside of the vehicle. Investigators believe that the explosion and gunshot occurred simultaneously. While Livelsberger left behind writings containing political and personal grievances, federal agents say there is no clear motive connecting him to the Pahrump property or Tesla, whose Cybertruck was used in the attack. Livelsberger was a combat veteran with 5 deployments to Afghanistan and a 2021 tour in Georgia. He was receiving treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder at the time of his death, according to military officials. The FBI has declined to comment further on the case or the full contents of Livelsberger's writings, which still remains under review.
More news now. A nationwide recall is underway for a popular chicken Alfredo meal sold at Kroger and Walmart after concerns over potential listeria contamination. Let's take a look.
A popular line of ready-to-eat chicken Alfredo meals sold at Kroger and Walmart stores across the country is currently being recalled for possible listeria contamination. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced on Tuesday that Fresh Realm, the company behind the meals, has voluntarily recalled several of its products. The affected items were sold and produced before June 17th and include market-side grilled chicken fettuccine Alfredo with the best buy date of June 27th or earlier, and the Home Chef Heat and Eat chicken fettuccine Alfredo with the best date of June 19th or earlier. The USDA reports that the same strand of listeria connected to a multi-state outbreak is responsible for 17 illnesses and 3 deaths at this time. Listeria infections can cause serious symptoms, including muscle aches, convulsions, and diarrhea. In severe cases, the illness can be fatal, particularly for individuals with weakened immune systems, the elderly, and pregnant women. Fresh Realm has not yet determined the source of the contamination, and consumers who have any of these purchased recalled items are urged to discard them immediately or return them to the store for a refund.
And as Nevada will procure this year's U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, exciting advancements have developed since we last reported on this state story. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now brings us more.
In exciting Silver State news, the Humboldt-Toyabe National Forest has unveiled its logo for the 2025 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, showcasing the project's theme, Starry Skies to Neon Lights, Spirit of the Silver State. This marks the very first time Nevada has been selected to harvest and provide the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, also known as the People's Tree, which is set to be decorated by residents before being delivered to our nation's capital for the holiday season. Now let's check this new logo out and hear from the U.S. Forest Service.
Created by Reno's Stan Can Design,
The logo unites the timeless portal sign that welcomes visitors to national forests, along with mid-century neon signage often correlated with the Silver State's historical context. Humboldt-Toyabe National Forest Supervisor John Stansfield described, quote, "Our 2025 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree logo celebrates Nevada, from the magic of the dark skies above our national forest to the neon signs found in every town, large and small. We're excited that a Nevada business partnered with us to create this important element of our tree's journey to the U.S. Capitol," end quote.
Great honor, and the fact that it's the first time that it's come from Nevada. The fact that the Humboldt-Toyabe is Nevada's national forest. It's really, points to that, sharing it. It's not just about the forest, but it's about the whole state.
The logo was designed by a team effort, while graphic designer and longtime Nevada resident Ashley Parmentier-Smith put the final pieces together. Stan Can design owner Stan Byers detailed, quote, "In the end, it wasn't just about designing a logo, it was about capturing a sense of place, a sense of pride, and a moment in time. We're really proud and honored to have the chance to tell part of Nevada's story for the whole country to see," end quote.
We have to look for the perfect Christmas tree, meaning a tree that is anywhere from 60 to 80 feet tall, full, beautiful green crown. Once it gets to the Capitol in Washington, D.C., it gets raised and it showcases what trees we have in Nevada and the beauty of Nevada.
All interested Nevadans are encouraged to make ornaments for this year's Washington, D.C. U.S. Capitol Christmas tree. Additional information can be found at uscapitolchristmastree.com.
It's a chance to let the nation know, with a whole lot of fanfare, who we are and what we do as we, go from where we harvest the tree to across the nation and to deliver it to the west lawn of the Capitol.
This is a great opportunity for all Nevadans to get behind the effort and let the nation know who we are, what we stand for.
One of the things that drives me as a Forest Service employee is pride, and so this is not only pride in the Forest Service, but Nevada is a proud state, and so I think this is going to highlight both.
The U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree Project marks a 55-year tradition when one of America's 154 national forests provides a tree for the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol for each winter holiday season. Reporting from Las Vegas and getting it back over that bump to Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Thank you very much, Maria. The weather and sports coming up. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Well, it was a big night in sports. Hockey is all over. The Florida Panthers won it all. And the Aces are, they're had another loss last night. They're getting ready for the Indiana Fever to come up. Mikey has that and more.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Lord Stanley is staying in South Florida.
Panther perfection. The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive Stanley Cup.
The Florida Panthers repeated as Stanley Cup champions by beating the Edmonton Oilers 5-1 in Game 6 of the final on Tuesday night, becoming the NHL's first back-to-back winners since Tampa Bay in 2020 and 2021, and the third team to do it this century. Las Vegas Aviators won last night, 7-0, and they had an early game today against the Sugarland Space Cowboys. Chris will have that score for you. The Vegas Nighthawks look to finish their two-game homestand on a high note this Saturday against the Iowa Barnstormers. With 5 games remaining in their regular season, the Nighthawks are still in playoff contention. Playing without 3-time MVP Aja Wilson for the third straight contest, the Las Vegas Aces lost to the Minnesota Lynx on Tuesday, 76-62. The Aces finished 2-4 in Commissioner's Cup play and dropped to 5-6 overall. Next up for the Aces, they welcome the Seattle Storm on Friday. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
All right, thank you, Mikey. And keeping you updated here on the scores, the Las Vegas Aviators beat the Sugar Land Space Cowboys today by a score of 7-1. Now here is Josh Osborne with Pahrump's own great computer deals to talk about how you can update your iPhone.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrump's own great computer deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. You know, after owning this store and repair center for over 14 years, one of the things that I like the least is having to give customers bad news about data loss on their electronic device. And sometimes there's some really important stuff that gets lost. Pictures of loved ones, videos of special moments, business documents and customer lists that are just crucial that are gone forever. And the worst part is that was completely avoidable if they would have just backed up that information. And a lot of people, they don't really take that seriously until it's too late. I don't want you guys to be one of those customers. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to start a series of videos that talks about the proper way to back up your devices. And we're going to start with the Apple iPhone. If you are an Android user or a Windows PC user, fret not, we have more videos coming that will discuss those devices. But for today, we're talking about backing up your Apple iPhone. Let's talk about it right now. Number one thing to know is that your Apple iPhone has to be connected to Wi-Fi in order to do this. You can't do it through your data plan through your cell provider because there's a lot of information going back and forth. So make sure you are connected to Wi-Fi. And when you are, you want to click on Settings, which we all know what that is, right? The little silver icon with the cog wheel right on your home screen. You want to go ahead and click on that. When that comes up at the very top of your settings list, you're going to see your name and your Apple ID listed. Click on that. And underneath that, you're going to see something that says iCloud. This is what Apple has developed to make this whole process easy. Go ahead and click on that. And when you do, there's going to be a little toggle switch for on and off for iCloud backup. You need to make sure that is turned on. Otherwise, none of this process happens. So make sure your iCloud backup is turned on. And if you want, there's a little thing that says backup now. It's really that easy. You can click on it and it starts the entire process. If you don't want to back it up right now, you prefer to set up some sort of automated setup, there is something on there that says automatic backups where you can kind of fine tune that and adjust when that backup actually takes place. So that's how you get to it. If all these instructions are tough or you don't have your iPhone on you right now, you can always go back to your settings and in the search bar, just put in iCloud and you'll get right to this point right away. A couple things to note. Here's what iCloud actually backs up. Your photos and your videos, very important. Your contacts, your names and telephone numbers. All the messages, all your text messages through iMessage will be backed up. The app data for all the different apps you have installed on your device. All the settings and preferences that you've tweaked on your phone over the last couple of years to make it to your liking, that will be backed up. The home screen and app organization, the way you have your icons and apps laid out, will be backed up. And then also for you fitness nerds out there, all your health data from your gym memberships and the times you go walking and the miles that you cover, that's all backed up. And if you were an Apple Watch user, your Apple Watch will also be backed up in this process as well. Another thing to know, we'll leave it at this. iCloud and Apple will give you 5 gigs, count them, 5 gigs of storage space with iCloud for free. And that's great. That'll last you a while. But if you had your phone for a little while, you're going to start getting these notifications that will say your backup was not completed because you ran out of disk space. Do not sit on these messages for months. Go ahead and purchase extra storage. The next step above the 5 gigs will be 50 gigs. And I'll be honest with you, it's very reasonably priced. Definitely pays for itself. So don't sit on those messages. Pay for that extra storage. Make sure your iCloud is backed up automatically. Do it today, not tomorrow. Something might happen in the meantime. It's happened to a lot of other people. Don't be the next one. Guys, we've got more videos coming. We're going to discuss Android backups coming up next. We'll catch you guys on the next quick tutorial.
More local stories coming up, including, well, parents, you can take your kids off-roading this weekend here in Pahrump. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. The 2025 Pahrump Valley Trojans graduation DVDs are now available. News 25 Samantha Roberts reports.
Copies of the Pahrump Valley High School 2025 graduation ceremony are still available. Enjoy sharing this once-in-a-lifetime experience with your loved ones for years to come. For only $25, you can have your choice of a digital link video or DVD. Additional mailing or postage fees will apply if unable to collect in person locally in Pahrump. Additionally, a portion of each purchase goes back to support Pahrump Valley High School. Call 775-727-9400 or email us at admin, ADMIN, at KPVM.TV and order your copy today.
Well, it's time to rev up for some family fun this weekend. Head out to the Pahrump OHV Park on Saturday, June 21st from 7 to 10 a.m., where kids can enjoy an exciting morning of off-road action.
Youth Rider Day at the OHV Park is this Saturday, June 21st from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Bring your youth riders, 100cc quads or smaller, helmets, and valid OHV stickers available on site. To access the track from Highway 160, turn onto Dandelion Street, then make a left on Ironwood Avenue and straight to the end. Special thanks to the Town of Pahrump, County Public Works, and the OHV Advisory Committee, and the incredible volunteers to make this event possible.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner & Rowe weather cam right outside of the studios here in Pahrump. So it's even a little too toasty, I think, for my pup. I tell him we got to go out and take care of business, and he looks at me like, no, Dad, I don't think so. Taking the dog out to do his business forecast coming up in a bit.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
And good evening, Nevada. My name is Roy Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios. And taking a look at Nevada right now. Up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 98 degrees, Fallon is at 99, Carson City is at 93, Tonopah is at 94, Goldfields at 96, Beatty's at 104 degrees, Amargosa is at 110, Las Vegas is just 1 degree lower at 109, and Death Valley is at 121 degrees. But here in the beautiful Paradise Pahrump, it's currently really hot at 107 degrees. The high today was 109 with sunny skies. The wind was blowing south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Humidity 5%, and the sun rose this morning at 5:26 and is setting tonight at 8:04 p.m. The humidity rises up to 9%, and the wind continues to blow east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. The low tonight's going to be 76 degrees. Let's take a look at that 70 forecast. We will have some wind in the next few days, but we do have a dip in temperatures we can look forward to after that wind. Tomorrow, Thursday, will be 106 degrees, 101 on Friday, 92 on Saturday, 90 degrees on Sunday, back up to 94 on Monday, 96 on Tuesday, and 100 degrees next Wednesday. So we do have a small dip to look forward to, but still make sure to stay hydrated. Back to the desk, here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Rosell. That's it. Stay hydrated and put some sunscreen on. And, well, I guess you got an excuse to, well, you can wait a couple days, pull up those weeds. That's a good excuse. It's too hot out there. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.